Hey, welcome back to Beer Geek Beer Reviews, my friends. And this evening, let me slide this stuff over to the side. I am doing a beer in this said glass. As you can see, it's not strictly a specific cylinder glass. It does have a slight taper to it. So therefore, I don't know if I can consider this a strange glass. As for, excuse me, I'm a little hoarse. Um, as for the Kolsch style beers that are supposed to be served in these glasses, it is definitely wider. So I decided, hey, I picked up this beer and it's in a can. And this kind of reminds me of let's just say, Mac PC situation. Um, and when I show you this beer, you'll understand what I'm saying. For the people that are into the Mac PC era, um, it is from Two Evil as a joint combination of sorts. Geyser Gose. This is the Two Evil Geyser Gose. Um, I like I said, here is the look of the can, and there's why I say it gives me that feeling of Mac PC era. Um, Two Evil, and it looks like the situation between the two. Anywho, let's go ahead and pop this open and get it into this glass, and I will let you know what I think about it. This is brewed in a collaboration brew between Two Roads and Evil Twin Brewing Company. Um, I don't know where it is. It just says it's. Oh, look at this. This could be this could be old because it says 10, 14, 15. Now, I don't know how long these style of beers can go in said cans. Now, even if I give it the 6 month range, I'm still good. I'm just getting out of it, per se. There's like no story on this beer whatsoever. It just says ale brewed with Icelandic moss, herbs, kelp, and sea salt. Now, I know what all those flavors should partake, so let's go ahead and pop it open. This should be a quite refreshing brew on this very warm night here in northeastern Ohio. And it has a very, very light coloring, as it should. A very frothy and effervescent head. Look at that. Look at that. That is well above. And it is very, very carbonated. I don't know if you can see that. Maybe a little too much light. I see loads of carbonation through there. The head is, it's dissipating rather rapidly. Oh my God. You can definitely get that kelp and you can definitely get that sea salt. Oh, that smells so good. I'm going to go ahead and top it off. Very lovely. Nice golden color. It's a light golden color. You can see that. It is very hazy. Very, very hazy. I can't even see myself looking at it through the PC. I can see like a faint image of my hat and myself. But other than that, I cannot see through it. So it is very, very hazy, as it should be. It has got that very golden, unfiltered golden haze to it. As you've seen before, it had that brilliant white head. Um, it does smell very herbal, um, very salty. The wheat characteristic is very strong in this beer. Um, I'm kind of parched, per se, so let's go ahead and partake, shall we? Prost. I like it. I really, really like this beer. And the reason why I like this beer is because it's not your traditional ghost style beer. And by that I mean it's not just your boom, here it is beer. It's got a little bit of lemony flavor. It's got your saltiness. It's got your, whatever flavors you want to partake into it. I've had some that have coriander, um, lemon peel, lemon zest, orange zest. Um, you name it, I've had them. Even Sierra Nevada just came out with a similar style, but it was was that a Goza or was that I believe it was a Goza style beer. Anyway, it tastes kind of similar to that because of the fact that it had the what was it, that prickly pear cactus, and it had like the saltiness to it. Um, but I really, really enjoyed that beer. But with this beer, I love it for the complete, totally different reasons. I like it because it's almost like a traditional style Goza, but with the minimal add-ons that make it just that little you can tell it's different. Um, Yes, you can tell it's got the little bit of kelp to it if you've had kelp. Um, you can definitely tell that it has that herbal sense because of the fact that when you're tasting it, you're like, oh, it's slightly herbal, and that's exactly what I'm saying. I mean, you get that little hint of, oh, there it is. And as for the moss, not so much ish. I don't know. I my palate hasn't grasped that particular moss style yet. I've had a couple, um, but at the same time, it's not grasped, especially when it's mixed in with other things. I may have to taste that style of herbal and mossiness and grassiness and everything mixed in. The saltiness actually works very, very well. And I will say that because of the fact that, when drinking these style of beers, you should expect that. You should expect the saltiness. You should expect the citrus flavor. Anything else they kind of throw in is just it's a barrel of whatever they can come up with that kind of works with this style. As said before, I would believe if you want to go towards a spring summerish palette of flavor, I would use rose hips. I would use lemon peel, lemongrass, citrus flavors, because it is a light and very light bodied style beer. I would also say the peels, uh, hibiscus. I would definitely try that as well. Maybe just a tad bit of honey to kind of give it that mouth feel and consistency. That may make it a little bit different. Other than that, I think this is a perfect beer. I can't say anything bad about it. I would rate it very high. Everything works well. Um, a similar beer that I've had that tastes almost identical to this beer happens to be Hoppin' Frogs, The King Goes Home. That was an amazing ghost beer, and I would rate that one very high as well. I would love to see more of these style beers brewed, as Goza is a an old terminology word meaning for lost. It's kind of like the lost style, and I would like to see more companies do this style of beer because of the sheer fact that, I mean, it's not for everybody. It is definitely high in sodium, but other than that, it is a very, very good beer. I would love to drink this throughout the entire spring season, and even in the beginning of summer, or in rainy days in summer. I would love to find these beers all over the place. So with that said, man, I've taken up way too much of your time rambling on. So peace, pros, deuce, and as always, rate, comment, subscribe if you had this beer being BAM. Look at this. Geyser Gose. Um, if you've had this beer, let me know. Let me know what you think of it. If not, man, seek it out. Try it. Give it a try. If you're looking for a really good Gose style beer, and I would assume this is a very, very, very good beer. So get out there and try it now. Look at that head. It is dissipating very rapidly. And I will see you guys again later. And peace.